Currents! Shadow dropped an entire EP called All That Follows, and I'm very excited for this because I've heard 2 songs off it and they've been solid. You know, It Only Gets Darker, the main song, came out like 3 months ago, all around just like a solid metalcore song. But then on my live stream just like the other day, we listened to Can't Turn Back, and that song felt like I let the devil in and like the place I feel safest. And as a Currents fan, that's the stuff that I gravitate towards the most. Now, don't get me wrong, The Death We Seek and The Way It Ends, those are solid metalcore albums, but I don't go back to them that much. Now I know it's doing really well in numbers for them, and I'm stoked for the band and their success, but I guess me and then what I've gravitated towards is Chris Wiseman's technical riffy guitar playing and his genty rhythms, while having Brian Willys doing his like soaring clean vocals and these like disgusting harsh vocals in his range in between, right? But I felt like The Death We Seek and The Way It Ends was focused around Brian and his vocals, which, don't get me wrong, he's such a good vocalist, but I love the technical playing, I love the riffs, I love the intensity alongside Brian's great vocals. So if this EP is similar to like I Let the Devil In or The Place I Feel Safest, then I cannot wait. Or if it's something new, then I don't know, but I'm hearing a lot of good things. I'm very excited. I hope you're excited too. So let's not waste any more time with this intro. This is Currents, All That Follows. That's enough chit chat. Yeah, that song bangs. There we go. This song is all around just a solid Current song. It shows like their versatility, it shows the range that this band has. It's the quintessential like kind of Currents track, you know? Yeah, I've already reacted and reviewed that song, but honestly, it's such a... I like it more than most of the stuff from Death We Seek, I think. So, has me fired up for My Severance. Let's go. I haven't heard this one. Okay. Cool little lead. Keeping up the riffs. Interesting drumming. Like that bounce. With the drums. Add into that riff. Okay. Here we go. I don't think we're getting the chorus again. Now the harmonics again. Oh no! Tap, tap, tap it in! Back to that riff. Nice. Down, the riffs, the riffs. Damn, making circles. Slowing it down a little bit, okay? Yeah, that breakdown was sick. I'm reserving a lot of my thoughts until after we listen to the EP. I just want to vibe. Oh, nice little outro. Okay. Before we go into the song that I've heard already, but spoiler, I liked it. But I might like it even more second time through, so let's go. Yeah, what the fuck do you take me for? I love a good, like, clear, enunciated call out. Down, 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 hit the floor? Yeah, this song is some heat. That transition with that riff too. Oh, okay, last song, Rise and Fall. Ooh, this sounds sick. Get out of here. Oh, man. Okay, back to another chorus. Ooh, I like how it's keeping with the ambience. Holy, that went by quick. All right, Currents. All that follows. Let's talk about it. Man. First off, I am so glad that this was the EP because they came in with a mission, right? And that's delivering solid, intense, aggressive, emotional metalcore to the point, like all gas, no brakes kind of metalcore. And they executed it so well. Now, what I was saying at the beginning of this reaction video is that with Currents' music, The Death We Seek, you know what? I did not really care for that album. And then the way it ends, I like some of those songs, but again, it's not an album that I go back to. I find myself going back to I Let the Devil In and The Place I Feel Safest, because it's got all the strengths that I personally love about this band, which is Brian Willie's like great vocals. It's got Chris Wiseman's instrumentation and songwriting, but then it's got just like the songs themselves have just aggression, intensity, and their motive, where the way it ends definitely has that, but I felt like structurally felt a little bit, you know, similar in line to other metalcore bands, and even more so with The Death We Seek. But I also wasn't gravitating towards the production style. That was another thing. It felt a little bit muddy, and I'm not an audio engineer by any means, but like I could just feel like the guitars or something just felt muddy with that record. But here I felt that the production was a little bit more crisp, so I definitely like that more. But it's more about the songs, and why I enjoyed these songs is that they're not overly reliant on these big choruses or like these breakdown moments, and they definitely are moments of that, but instead it's more about the intense riffs and the technicality and working alongside Brian's vocals and these like guitar panic like chords and all these like tapping runs and these intricate like gent riffs going on. But it's executed so well. And the same with the drums, right? Matt's drums, the double kicks on this were awesome, the fills and everything. Every member here felt like they were complementing off each other while creating these songs that are just, again, like pure intensity, getting you locked in. As soon as the album locks you in, or this EP locks you in, it does not let go. And I that's something I really liked, because when I go to The Death We Seek or The Way It Ends, there's a lot of lulled moments for me where I kind of like dip interest. This EP is just like, it just locks you in and does not let go of that. Now there's a good amount of dynamics within the songs. You know, Can't Turn Back is that technical riffy style of Currents that I absolutely loved back in the day with My Severance, and also being like a riffy metalcore song that has some clean choruses, but it's about the riffs in that one. It Only Gets Darker. It's just a solid metalcore song. I feel like It Only Gets Darker is probably the safest song on this record in terms of its ideas, because it is like a little bit standard metalcore with its ideas, but it's executed really well. Everything, the riffs, the vocals, it's just a solid track from Currents. But really, I like that they branch out and try getting interesting with the structures and getting interesting with the riffs and everything. That just makes it much more of an engaging listen. Now, if you're a Currents fan like me that might have wanted more of that technical riffage alongside like the intensity of like their older stuff from like The Place I Feel Safest and I Let the Devil In, I think you're really going to enjoy this EP too. But I also feel like if you enjoyed The Death We Seek or those kind of records, you'll still appreciate everything that's going on here, because it's not overly too different from those albums. It just feels like this is a much more locked in version of Currents. Now, if you're someone that wants the next big thing in metalcore, you might be a little bit disappointed, because this is not really groundbreaking in terms of like metalcore music. It's just a solid metalcore EP, but damn, I feel like the Currents fans are eating good with this. This is some of my favorite stuff that they've written since I Let the Devil In for me. So I really enjoyed it. I'm giving this an 8.3 out of 10, and that's my thoughts on Currents. All that follows. I'm curious to know what your thoughts are, so comment down below. Spice up my life. Guys, what you think about this EP? I know a lot of people are loving this. I know there's a lot of Currents fans, so please comment down below how you're feeling about this and how does it stack in comparison to the other records, so let me know. But thank you for tuning in. Oh, no. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button if you enjoyed the video. But all of that, thank you for tuning in. Till next time. Peace.